sorry, the other one. It was too long. They were joined by the teddy bears, the puppets, and the stuffed cotton clown, with the Nutcracker leading. The toys bravely advanced toward the Mouse King's army. Fritz's tin soldiers loaded their cannons with lemon drops and hazelnuts and fired at the mice. But little by little, the mice gained the advantage. They bit the puppets and the stuffed cotton clown and knocked over Fritz's tin soldiers. They soon surrounded the Nutcracker. Tee-hee. Funny. So sad. Prepare to meet your doom, squealed the Mouse King's 7 heads as he scurried toward the Nutcracker. Mary's heart was beating so fast she thought she would faint, but she knew she had to do something to save her friend. So she took off her shoe and threw it at the Mouse King. Then everything around her seemed to grow dark as she fell to the floor. When Mary opened her eyes, all the traces of battle had vanished. The Nutcracker stood beside her, holding his sword in one hand and the Mouse King's 7 crowns in the other. "Dear Miss Stallbottom," he said, "thanks to your courage I was saved from certain death. Please come with me. I have marvelous things to show you." Then he helped Mary to her feet and opened the door of the toy cabinet. To her amazement, Mary found that she was small enough to step inside the toy cabinet. A bright light washed over her. She found herself in a meadow that glittered with rainbow colors. "This is Candy Meadow," the Nutcracker said. "We are in my kingdom. This is called Toyland." He led Mary through a gate made of raisins and almonds, and down a road of brightly colored hard candies. Soon they were in a gingerbread town where gingerbread men and women waved at them as they passed. They came to another town. This was made of spun sugar and dainty china, and glass people sang to them. "Now we must cross Lake Rosa to the capital of Toyland," the Nutcracker said. As he spoke, Mary saw a beautiful rose-colored lake. On it there was a little gold boat pulled by dolphins. She and the Nutcracker stepped into the boat and whenever pulled across the lake. Ahead, Mary could see a beautiful city made of sugar plums and candied fruits. But most wonderful of all was a lofty castle with tall rose-colored spires. "This is my home, Marzipan Castle," said the Nutcracker. See, these are the dainty china glass people. See. See, that's the picture. Okay. So, elegantly dressed little dolls greeted them. "Hail to King of Toyland." Until then, Mary had been too dazzled by everything she saw to say a word. But now she turned to the Nutcracker and cried, "Then Godpapa's story is true. You are his nephew." "Yes," replied the Nutcracker. "With your help I have defeated the Mouse King and won back my kingdom, and yet," he sighed so sorrowfully that Mary was sure he must be thinking of the lovely Princess Perlipat, who had refused his hand. Aww, so sad. I don't understand why the princess was so mean, Mary said, feeling very sorry for the Nutcracker. I would have remained your friend and companion no matter what you look like. I would not have minded one bit if you were in the shape of a nutcracker. As soon as Mary had spoken, a strange thing happened. The castle around her wavered and then disappeared, and Mary felt as if she was falling and falling. When she landed, she was lying in her own bed, and her mother was standing over her. "Wake up, sleepyhead," Mother said. "It is Christmas morning." "Oh, Mother," Mary said, so much has happened." And she told her mother about the Nutcracker and the Mouse King and her visit to Toyland. "You must have had a long, beautiful dream," her mother said. "But now you must get up. We have visitors. Godpapa Drosselmeyer is here with his nephew." Mary quickly dressed and ran downstairs. In the sitting room beside the toy cabinet stood her godpapa. Beside him was a handsome young man just her age. His eyes were as blue and kind as those of her own dear Nutcracker. Mary knew that she had not been dreaming after all. See? Godpapa Drosselmeyer left the two children alone. Then his nephew knelt before Mary. "Dear Mary Stahlbaum," he said, "by pledging to be my friend despite my ugliness, you have broken Dame Mouse Ring's curse. Now I beg you to be my friend always and to rule with me over my kingdom." Mary smiled and said, "Oh yes," and when she was grown up, she married young Drosselmeyer. Then they went to the Marzipan Castle, and today they will rule over the magical kingdom of Toyland. Bye. Night, gotta go to bed.